Hey YouTube, Esau Outdoors here, back on the reloading bench. Got another video for you today. Today we're going to be swaging some primer pockets on some 223 brass. Ideally you should do this prior to neck sizing, or pretty much just knock your primers out that are spent, and then you're going to want to swage your primer pockets right away, and then you'll proceed with the rest of your reloading steps. This brass has been pretty prepped already, so it's going to be a little bit stiffer, but so we'll get it on our mandrel. And you can hear the swager tool, how much it gets stuck in there. Alright, it gets up in there, pulls it out, and this collet helps it pull out of the swager. A little bit of resistance. These are definitely going to need to be re-neck sized, but most of them are going in they're all tight. Most of them are coming out with a clean rim though. Only one really got boogered up a little bit, but for the most part they're coming out really uniform still. A little bit of resistance, but just take it slow and steady, and they've been coming out all right for me. This is the first time that I've swaged pre-prepped brass like this, so just nice and slow. Typically with unprepped brass, I can get the neck of the case onto this mandrel by hand pretty easily, but I just get it most of the way on there, put the swager up in there, and then slowly push her home. That's the first 20 done, so I'm going to go ahead and put them back in the case exactly the same way they came out of the loading block. Right side up, except for the one that has a primer. And we'll get our next 20 out in the same order. And close that up just in case. Winchester head stamp. You can tell that this Winchester brass has less of a crimp because the swager comes out easier. That's our second batch of 20 done. I'll put those back, keep them separated. And we'll get our third batch ready. And you can tell the difference of, they all have a different level of crimp. You can hear the difference when it comes time to pull it off. That one was quite easy. That one was also quite easy. That one was a little bit tougher. That one was also pretty easy. That one was pretty easy also. This Norma brass has been a lot easier than the other brass. That one was so easy that the swager tool came out before it even left the mandrel, which tells me that this case in particular would have accepted a primer without swaging. That one had no resistance at all either. That one had a little bit more resistance. Hardly any resistance at all. That one was also quite easy. That one was a little bit tougher. That one had a little bit more resistance. And that one also came out on the mandrel, so I bet you that one would have taken a primer right away also. That's just a basic demonstration of the RCBS Primer Pocket Swager tool. Works a lot better if you do it before you size or anything like that, but you can do it just the same. These pieces of brass in particular will probably need to be resized, just reuniformed, so But nonetheless, they can fit a primer now and they can be used again. Without being able to put a new primer in these pieces of brass, they're pretty much useless. So being able to swage these primer pockets out is a real handy tool. I'll typically run everything through the swager just to uniform it so that everything has a uniform fit. That's going to conclude it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and tune in next time. Bye.